All right, so in this video, we are going to review the Cheerstick nameplate again. And one thing I want to remind you too, that if you are a member of our Patreon group, we want to remind you that you can go into the Patreon and click on chats, and you will see this chat that I did for the Sophia artwork. And if we click on this link, it will just take you right to that chat, and then you can modify this. So in this particular case, Sophia is spelled a little bit differently. So that's why we'll go into chat and ask it to change how Sophia is spelled. So let's go ahead and do that. Yes, chat, this is what I need, but I misspelled Sophia. So Sophia is supposed to be Sofia. So we'll go ahead and send that prompt to chat. And it will go ahead and change the artwork for us. So now we have the proper spelling of the name. So we can go ahead and right click and copy the image. And then we can come in here to Inkscape and we can paste our image. And then we'll right click again and we'll choose Trace Bitmap. And then we simply hit apply. And so we get our vector version of our nameplate here. Now I am going to go ahead and make this 200 millimeters wide. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now we do have our lock turned on, so when I change the width, the height is changed automatically proportionally. Keep in mind that our cheer handle is 260 millimeters, so we're going to have about 1 inch on either side for the little pom-pom. But then what we'll do is we'll take our text here and we're going to go to path and we're going to choose break apart. Okay, now let's go over to our layers and objects and see what we've got going on here. So we're going to click on this first kind of silhouette and let's give it a color. Doesn't matter what color we give it. And then we're going to go to object and we're going to choose lower to bottom. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and click on the next piece here and let's give it a gray color. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to select everything. And then we're going to shift select the magenta piece, shift select the gray piece, and what that does is it removes those objects from the selection. And then we're going to go ahead and go to object and we're going to choose raise to top. And then that will just be our Sophia text. Now there is one additional piece that we probably don't want as part of this selection, and that's this piece right here. So let's go ahead and shift select that. Now that's not part of the group, and then we'll go to path and combine. And so there you go. Now if we go back and take a look at the chat here, you can see that this piece is just black. I don't know. I think what we're going to do though is we're going to cut that. So let's go back over to Inkscape. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to take this piece here, and then we're going to shift click our gray here. And then we're going to go ahead and choose path and difference. And that just cuts a hole. Okay, so this piece is black, and then this piece becomes red, or whatever color you want, obviously. Okay, now, well, let's go ahead and name these pieces just for fun here. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. So this is going to be called backplate. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a greater than symbol, and we're going to tell how much we want it extruded. In our case, I think 6 millimeters is probably sufficient. We'll hit enter. And then our next piece, that's just the image that we use to trace, so we don't even need that, so I just hit delete. And then this is going to be our gray backplate. You know, you could just name it whatever you want. And then how much do we want to extrude that? Well, I want to extrude that too, but then the next thing is where do we want it placed in the Z, which in this case, so we're going to greater than 2 defines the extrusion, and then greater than the next number defines the Z height, which in this case, we're going to do 6. I'll explain why when we get to actually making the model. And then here, the last piece, of course, is our name text. And once again, we're going to go ahead and we are going to extrude it 2, but then its Z height is going to be 7. Okay. And then we're just going to go ahead and save this text. And that's it. So this would be the same process if we're doing keychains or whatever the case might be. It would be the exact same process that we would use. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move on to our next step, which is to build this inside Bamboo Studio. So let's go ahead and minimize this for a moment. And we'll minimize this and this. So the first thing I just want to show you is kind of the more simplified version. The STL 3D model builder, we're just going to drag and drop and it will automatically build the model for us. And so that really simplifies the whole process. Now this is not available right at the moment, but it's coming. So stay tuned for that. So for now, what I want to do is, well, I guess we can go ahead. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and open up the model that was generated for us. So here's the model. So you can see that's what we get. And you see how everything's stacked up perfectly. So that is ready to go, ready to print. Okay. But what I want to do here is I want to show you how to do it manually. So right now we have to do it manually. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go back to Control I here. And let's go ahead and open up those Sophia SVG. So this is how it looks. It comes in 10mm thick by default. And it's going to come in black because black is the first defined color. So we go to the Objects tab here. And that first object, we're going to go here to our Scale tool. And we're going to turn off Uniform Scale. And we're going to make that 6. Okay. And then our next object here, we're going to change that to gray color. So we hit the 2 key on our keyboard and we're going to make that 2. And then we'll go ahead and select our last color here. We're going to make that red and we're going to make that 2 as well. Now, on the red piece, we're going to go ahead to the Move tool here and we're going to set that to 7. And then on the gray piece, we're going to set that to 6. And so you can see here now, we have the exact same thing as we had up here with the model builder. Now, why are we using the values that we're using? Well, let's try and understand this a little bit better. So the gray is 2mm thick. Half of 2 is 1. And I want the gray embedded 1mm into the black. So the black is 6. So that's why when you click on the gray, the center of gray also needs to be 6 so that it's 1mm into the black. And then we want to do the same thing with the red. It's embedded 1mm into the gray. So if the gray was 6, the red becomes 7. 6, 7. So there you go. That's all it in a nutshell here. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Just hit Control S here so we can get this over to Penny. But there you go. That is how that works. It's really simple. So take advantage of chat because it's really useful for image editing. We could just see something in the wild and say, hey, I need something like this, but I need it to say that. And boom, it will create it for you. And with just a little bit of Inkscape skills, boom, we could take what chat gives us and create our 3D model here very quickly. So hopefully that clarifies things for you just a little bit. Work through this a couple of times and you'll get it nailed down. And once you understand the Z relationships with a simple design like this, on more complicated things, it's going to be even easier for you to put that together as well. So until next time, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or need one-on-one training or some custom files made for you, this is my contact information, so feel free to reach out via email. You can text me. You could even give me a call. I'd be happy to answer questions or give you more details on the one-on-one training we offer, and as well as if you need custom files made until you are up to speed on how to make them yourself, feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to help you with that as well.